Welcome to another video by Lame Creations, Log Analysis Made Easy, where our goal is to help you be able to become a better cybersecurity analyst and be able to use some of the tools of the trade better. What we're going to do here is talk about PowerShell command get-eventlog. It's a relatively simple command. Basic premise is you're going to use get-eventlog, and then you use attack log name, and you can use any of them you want. Let's go and just make a brand new one here. And if I start to autocomplete, so if I go get event log, log name, you can see here are all the logs. These will fill out based off of what logs you have available to you. So it makes it really easy if you're using PowerShell ICE or anything with autocomplete in it, which is basically PowerShell, any non-text, any PowerShell IDE. Anyway, so I can go grab applications, security logs, systems. Now, if I don't have rights to them, I won't be able to pull them. So for example, the security logs are not just available to any old person, but as running as administrator, I can pull them back. Anyway, so we've got the event logs. I can use an after or a before. It'll take months. You can put epoch time, which is number of seconds, etc. So you can use some filtering to get back some of your logs. So you're not going to pull them all back. And then you can use, I'm using this down the line. I put a pipe where object. So I'm basically saying, hey, I just want the event ID that's 1001. I could have done something over here with like instance ID. So for example, that is an option. If I look here, I can see instance ID equal is 1001. That should do the exact same thing. All right, it did not like that. Oh, well, it would help if I actually put a log name in there. So we're going to go application. Now that should be just fine. And there are my 1001 logs. I just did it differently over here just because it's always nice to show you can do many different ways. I use a where object here. Definitely not more efficient, but you can do it. Anyway, then there's a little tick right here saying move on to the next line. And then I use select object. And these are basically saying I want these fields: time generated, entry type, source, instance ID, and message. If I run this, it gives me back all the results. The only problem is, man, those messages are really long. I could export it to a text file or to XML or something like that. But here's a little bonus for you. I love tools that make searching things a lot easier. So this can be one of your, there is an out-gridview command. Really, really powerful. It's only, you're gonna have to use it from the GUI. It doesn't just work just anywhere. So just use it from ICE. It's fine. Use it. Go ahead, and if it doesn't work, maybe your IDE doesn't support it. But the point is, you run out-gridview, say yes. And by the way, just so I make that clear, since I said out-gridview does ship with PowerShell. Just be careful. Not every IDE tool knows how to properly handle it. And so this comes back with a nice little GUI. I can make this big, and I can look for a word. Okay, I saw crash pad. I only want crash pad. If I type in here crash pad, it'll restrict down the logs only relating to crash pad. So I can pull back logs and really quickly search through them. I can do add criteria, and we're going to show how I can do filtering. So let's take this back to, we're going to close this. I'm going to get rid of my filter by event ID. I just erased my tac, so I'm going to need to get that back on there. Tac, tick, sorry, not tac. And if I run save, now I'm pulling back all of my application IDs. We can see those. So I can say I only want back the 1001s. So if I go add criteria, go instance ID, add, and it's going to say an instance ID that is less than or equal to. I can change that to equals 1001. And back I get an instance ID. So you can add criteria, multiple filters on there, stuff with a message in there, time generated, any of that, and it'll allow you to filter and see those logs really, really quickly. It's a nice free tool to quickly be able to manipulate different logs and be able to drill into them. Hope this whets your appetite for seeing some things you can do with that. And I hope this video helps you move from being a lame analyst to a cyber ninja, and I hope you keep coming back and watching these videos.